Scandalous to perform.
Oh, yeah, Sonia's
Weta?
coming. Or should I go?
Yeah, grab her. Go.
Are you next?
I guess.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. My name is Olivia Frida Cortez, but I go by Wera. Um, I didn't know much about this issue in Anaheim until 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was in the military academy being brainwashed, but I did get letters of anger and frustration and sorrow, and there was just so much emotion in those letters. I didn't know what was going on. I hadn't seen the world for like a month already, and I was really about that military life until that issue came up and just seeing how they really were. Anyway, when I got out, I started to get involved, started to do better with myself, and I really felt like this issue should be addressed and I should step up and help these people out and anyone who's lost a family member to police brutality. I would say this year I've gotten pulled over at least 20-25 times. Easily. I've been harassed multiple times. They harassed my brother. They searched him. He's only 13 years old. I'm just grateful that they didn't hurt us. I really admire the parents, the people that have lost their families, because wow, you guys do a heck of a job staying peaceful. If that was my brother or dad or something, I would have lost it. It's not easy, and you know what? I admire your guys' strength, and it makes me want to get up and do something better and help you guys. This is a huge issue. This is a huge issue. Nothing's changed. You know, there hasn't been no justice, but we're not gonna stop until we get that justice, right?
Right.
We're not gonna stop. You know what? We need to get those cops convicted. They need to be convicted for their crimes, for taking the right of their due process, for taking the right to live. Thank you.
Thank you, Lita. Olivia. Okay, the next speaker now is Sonia Hernandez.
So this guy down on the ground with the tie has a CBS microphone.
Hi everybody, my name is Sonia Hernandez. My brother Martin Angel Hernandez was killed by Dan Hurtado from the Anaheim Police Department. My brother was, and this is family right here. Dan Hurtado just chose to end the life of my brother spontaneously. You know, he targeted my brother, I believe.
Speak a little louder.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Put the mic closer to your mouth. Yeah, closer.
My brother was shot with an AR-15. He was shot in his head. We all saw my brother after he died, and you know, we all saw what they did to him. The kids in the neighborhood saw what they did to him. So that's why we're here. We're here to represent my brother, the good person that he was. He was a lovable person. He had respect for everybody. He loved so many people. So you know, we're here to give that love back. My brother deserves that. Everybody that was killed in Anaheim deserves that. Everybody that was killed in LA deserves that. All over the world deserves that. So I'm gonna give the mic up on behalf of my mom. I'm sorry, Mom, I'm not reading your speech. I love you. She loves everybody, and she would thank everybody that's here to represent my brother and everybody else. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here, and we're gonna raise some noise. Cause fuck Anaheim Police Department, they're a bunch of murderers, cowards, pieces of shit.
Hi, I'm very fortunate to have met Martin Angel Hernandez. He is a great person because he still lives in each and every of our hearts. I would like to say that no matter what anybody says, it's going to go on the internet, bad things about him, he was this, he was that, that does not matter. It does not matter what a person was. He was denied the right to due process. Everybody that was killed, it doesn't matter who it was, they were denied something. that each and every one of us have. Just want to say, if you knew Martin, perfect gentleman, kind, loving, would help the neighbors throw trash, would help them carry their groceries. I'm very fortunate to have met him, and still to this day his picture is in my living room. We're always going to have him in our mind and in our hearts. Really quick, I would like to call a case that is not really too known. He was murdered by Garden Grove Police Department. His name was Jaime Castellanos, and he was my husband's uncle. So it hit us double whammy. Martin and Jaime Castellanos, who was murdered by Garden Grove Police Department. Thank you.
Justice for Jaime!
Next, we're fortunate enough to have a performer here to rap about Anaheim. Scandalous. Where are you? Give him a big hand.
Hey, how you guys doing? Are we getting ready to march or what? Yeah! There you go. You know, I'm right here. I'm from Anaheim. You know, I grew up in these areas, so I know firsthand exactly what goes down and how we're treated. And I'm right here to represent all my homies that are locked up due to this bullshit, that are dead because of this bullshit. You know, and then that witness and experience this shit every day. You know what I mean? I'm a father now, and I still get harassed. You know, every day it's a constant struggle just watching them cops, making sure they don't fuck with us. You know what I mean? So it's bullshit, you know what I mean? The way we're treated, and that no one ever used to pay attention. You know what I mean? Because it's Disneyland and shit. Man, fuck that. You know, since I was little, I've known the cops ain't on our side. You know, they against us. You know, they look for reasons to come and harass, kill us, and put us behind bars. You know, so what I'm gonna do right now is we're gonna spit a song. You know what I mean? There's the homie Choco right here, he's gonna help me spit right now.
Yeah. Yo, this song in particular, it's a little bit old, a little bit classic, but it came in a time when we're getting harassed the most as kids on the street, so we just felt that this one was appropriate one, you know? Alright, take one look at me. They say I'm the cause of violence and not fit for society. The society wanna get at me, put a bullet through my chest, and put me on disability? Fuck that, I'ma get my artillery and march to the land that is so-called free, in the home of the brave, but I'm just so amazed how they got you controlled like a rat in a maze. Shit.
And I'm so overwhelmed.
How these motherfuckers lie and they do it so well. When they talk,
just look in their eyes, you can tell that they reptilians in disguise.
And they wanna see you cry. They got you scared cause they said they see all with all they see now.
If that's the case, middle finger in the air. Hope they saw, help the cause, and hope they run scared. They coming after us cause we know too much. Heavy on the streets and we're down to buzz. So shadows in the middle of the night. So shadows disappear from your sight. They coming after us cause we know too much. Heavy on the streets and we're down to buzz. So shadows in the middle of the night. So shadows disappear from your sight. They're coming after me, no, I think they're just confused. Blaming me for riots and violence on the news. They're my rhymes sparking questions, people want the truth. Deceivingly they lie and blame the ghetto youth. Like we killing by the millions and bombing little kids. Money be the fact that the carnage that exists. My gang, this gang, this country be a gang. What's the fucking difference? A paper with your name? When I declare war on these streets,
It's a crime.
when you declare war overseas,
It's a sign.
a sign of peace to come, a sign of hope for all, a sign of peace treaty and plaque it on the wall. So they label me a terrorist, I terrorize the streets by trying to stop the ignorance, trying to bring some peace. But scandalous is evil, scandalous is wrong. Heavy on the streets, motherfuckers, now it's on.
Tiptoe through the night, attack while you're sleeping, breaking down doors, don't need a reason, up on the roof. It ain't Santa Claus, they're FBI agents, and this the martial law, leaving no traces. Or no witness. If you're claiming gangster, then bang the system, cause I'm standing tall, and I won't look back. I'm ready for war, pounding cognac, so let it Nah, man, burn, Molotov cocktail. That's how they're gonna learn, cause the only way that they're gonna recognize if we rise up and we fight till we die. And you keep asking why cameras everywhere, even up in the skies with satellites beginning to advise new world order, so shadows on the rise.
Yo. They're coming after us cause we know too much. Busting shots at the cops, they give a fuck about us. I'm awaiting their arrival, DON sight. Fucking on these cowards, we run in the night. Exercising all my weapons, homicidal state, they killing us again. We live and die here, this be my kingdom. Bullets they feed them, we screaming freedom. Till they kill me or they murder me, I'm here. Not into the government injecting that fear. And they hating my devotion to empowerment, devouring environment, focus with a showering. So I'm shooting out straight to the block. Essay on the raw road, bound to get stopped. Could it be my style or could it be my clothes? They say that's how I speak and the homies that I chose. There you go. So y'all ready to get this march going or what? You know, it's FTP all day. Every day it's FTP for us. You know what I mean? So everybody much love. You know what I mean? You know, and we gotta remember that this shit happens every day, not just here, but everywhere in our communities. You know, everywhere in the communities where there's a profit to be made and gentrification. You know what I mean? That's all part of it. You know what I mean? So much love to everybody, and let's get this shit poppin'.
Hey, I'm Yvonne. I'm the president of the ACLU from Orange County.
We have a public speak out at the end of the rally right now.
Yeah, we're going to have a public speak out in a while. She did want to introduce the ACLU, which is a very important part of the movement, but we're on a schedule here, so I'm not being rude in any type of form. I did want to introduce next on the, to come and speak would be Answer LA. And this is Andrew. Thank you for being here.
Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Nance and I'm a member of the Answer Coalition. Okay, so we know that police brutality is not a rift in the structure of our police departments that claim to protect and serve the communities in which they exist, right? We know that it's actually an extension of the system with the purpose of controlling and oppressing our communities. But it's the police that need to be controlled, right? This terrorism, this constant outpour of senseless killings stemmed in racism and systematic oppression is inherent to the system that we live in today, which is built on, you know, the tyranny of a tiny minority over the vast majority. And no simple reform can eliminate police brutality. This is the way that the police operate. And some cops may behave better than others, but that does not mean that they're good cops, in which they operate under a bad system. We need to cut from the cops. Our communities do not need police terrorism. We don't need to fund police terrorism. We need to fund job programs. We need to fund education. We need to fund healthcare. We've seen these killer cops rewarded with paid vacations for killing people of color. But this militant movement against police terror, fastened by the tireless organizing of the families devastated by police violence, has shown us that the police will only be held accountable when we make them accountable. Realizing this, fighting back against the police becomes more than a need, it becomes a requirement. Removing police terror from our communities will take a massive movement, so we have to build this movement. To stand fast against police violence is to stand against the broken system in all of its forms of oppression. Racism, sexism, LGBTQ oppression. These views are necessary to align ourselves with, because we know that police terror knows no bounds and they will not hesitate to kill anyone. So feminist groups, unions, immigrant rights groups, LGBTQ organizations, and community organizations are all forces that work to advance the needs of oppressed people. And these groups are the groups that we need to fight beside, because they will make it necessary for us to build a united front that will defeat police terror. So we will reverse the tide of racist violence in our communities so that no more of our brothers and sisters can be killed. We will build a movement that will rise with every drop of a police casing from a bullet barrel until police violence is smashed and we win. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Okay, next up we're gonna have a speaker from Word. Hi, thanks for being here. Your name?
Sarah Lee.
Sarah Lee's here, thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Lee Samonte, and I'm here with all of you sisters and brothers on behalf of WORD, Women Organized to Resist and Defend of Los Angeles. We recognize that police murders aren't isolated incidents. Police brutality is an epidemic in a society where poor people and people of color are criminalized and women demoralized, where even mothers are led to a time of suffering in search of some justice and peace for children that they have lost. Each of these police killings are instances of extreme brutality carried out against people who had committed no crime. We stand with you in this fight. As a single mother of a 7-year-old daughter, she has grown a hatred and yet a slight fear for police. It's my duty as a mother so that she no longer feels that fear. For me to be worried about one day she's going to be playing outside and she's going to be shot. Or when she gets older, for her to get stopped by a cop and be physically and sexually harassed by a police officer, which we all know that these type of reports have been given and have been made and have not done anything about it. WORD has joined in rallies and protests to demand justice for the victims of police brutality. We have joined in actions against racist stop and frisk policies like these implemented in New York City and continue to fight for Marissa Alexander to be set free, a woman who's battling time for her freedom because she was defending herself with a warning shot from her abusive partner. We are an organization fighting for full rights for all women. This includes the right to live in communities free of the fear of police repression. Our family members and ourselves have a right to live without a fear of being beaten or shot by armed cops merely for being Black or Latino or being a poor person trying to survive. WORD joins communities across the U.S. in demanding that killer cops be jailed, that independent investigations take place in all cases of police brutality, and that racist stop and frisk policies be ended immediately, and being able to film the police. The epidemic of police brutality is coupled with increased attacks on social services like public transportation, education, and funds for the people's needs. Women, and in particular women from communities of color, suffer the effects of impoverishment at extremely high rates. Our communities need jobs, education, healthcare, and housing, not racist brutality and repression. Women should not fear or feel helpless when it comes to seeking justice for their loved ones. When the police tell women to get back, women should say, fight back.
Okay, we're calling up the next speaker from the Student Labor Alliance, and while they come up, I'm going to make a couple of announcements. One is for tomorrow at 2 p.m. 11980 Valley Boulevard in El Monte. There's some flyers going around, and any of you can make that march tomorrow. We plan to be there. It's at 5 Points Plaza, and it's for the 10-year anniversary of David Vieira that was executed by the El Monte Police Department. So we really want to send that out there. Also, we were going to have a moment of silence if that group is up here. Is that for you? Okay, what's your name? Michael Montes? Okay.
Yeah, so we're part of Colectivo Jauna and Amani, and yeah, we just wanted to have a moment of silence for David Vieira. Tomorrow we're gonna have the march, so if y'all can come out and show some support.
All right, and we had another young man that we were also going to join with the moment of silence, and we'll just do that together. Actually, we'll do it, if you have someone, you can just bow your head and just lift them up to the Lord.
How's it going, everyone? I just want to first say thank you to the Young Survivors Network. Let's give them a big hand.
Yeah!
For the strength and courage and love that you all show. It really touches me. My name is Emilio from the Youth Justice Coalition. We lost a comrade last week. This is a shirt of him. His name is Alberto Casares, and he was a youth organizer, and he was a warrior. He was served with a gang injunction when he was just a young man, and he was fighting suppression. He was suing the LAPD. He was fighting all these different battles, and he was a warrior on the front lines. And he was in full support of the families. So I just wanted to repeat a chant that he would always say at the end of our meetings at YJC. So please repeat after me. It is our duty to fight for freedom.
It is our duty to fight for freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and protect one another.
We must love and protect one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
It is our duty to fight for freedom.
It is our duty to fight for freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and protect one another.
We must love and protect one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
It is our duty to fight for freedom.
It is our duty to fight for freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and protect one another.
We must love and protect one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Worker Student Alliance, they're up next to speak. Your name? This is John.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is John. I represent Worker Student Alliance from the University of California, Irvine. And the Worker Student Alliance is out here today to show support and solidarity with all the victims of police brutality. Not only do the cops terrorize poor working class black and brown people with violence and death, but the parasites also hoard the money from students and refuses us an education. From the state government down to the local government, an ocean of money is poured to arm their thugs in uniform, the same money that could easily lift us out of poverty and provide a decent education. But instead they sentence us to a life of paying off impossible debt. Instead of investing to help the people, the ruling class, whether it's the tourist industry's rule over Anaheim or the Bank of America across the country, would rather invest in weapons and systems to oppress the people to protect their interests and profits. Instead of teachers, we get drones. Instead of an education, we get executions. The Worker Student Alliance, WSA, calls for justice, which can only be won when every single monstrous pig guilty of murder is thrown into prison and a new, more just system is established, starting with the complete community control over the police. We vow that students will stand in eternal solidarity with the victims of police violence and will never cease to struggle, for wherever there is oppression, there is resistance. And because we resist, we exist.
Thank you very much. Okay, going on with the program, we have a speaker from Chicano Unidos and a supporter that's helped us put this march together, Carolyn Torres. Hi everybody, how's everybody doing in the back over there? Waving flags. Everybody, there we go. Alright, thank you everybody for being here. We know we got a few speakers left. I'm just going to say a few words so that we can get this march going. So my name is Carolyn Torres. I'm with Chicanos Unidos. Our organizations have been dealing with police abuse for many years. We've seen this movement grow, most notably after the Anaheim uprisings of 2012. For those of you who were there that day, you saw how authentic, how upset people were at what was happening. We had been dealing with back-to-back murders. Every couple months, somebody was dying in Anaheim. Every couple months. And when this happened, and when we saw people just standing on the street saying, we don't want to deal with this, and the police came in with bullets and dogs to quiet up a neighborhood who was legitimately upset at what was happening on their streets, everybody else took notice. Everybody else took notice. And before we even had a chance to process all that, after Manuel Diaz was killed, Joel Acevedo was killed the very next day. And so everybody took to the streets. Somebody made a call out, let's go to city council, and on Tuesday we showed up. Everybody showed up. Most of Orange County showed up. People outside of Orange County showed up. People across the state showed up to tell the police that we're tired of this, that we're not going to continue to take these murders, and that we want something done about it. And we're not going to ask your permission to show up. We're not going to ask your permission to protest. We're not going to ask your permission for anything. We're going to show up, and we don't care what you do about it. And so we're here today to honor that. It's been 2 years, and we're not asking their permission today. Now, but the struggle is not over. And we all know that every time we hear that someone has died, every time we hear that someone has been killed, the killing gets justified. Why? Because of the Police Bill of Rights. So we march today for justice, but tomorrow we need to organize. We can't keep marching next month. We can't keep marching next year. We can't keep marching 10 years from now. We need to organize. You need to join an organization. We need to show up. You need to spend your nights going to meetings. It's not about having a bunch of signs. It's not about passing out all your literature. It's about showing up. It's about taking the streets, and it's letting the police know we're not going to take this. It's letting the Orange County District Office know we're not going to take this. So when we march, don't forget to grab some of those homemade signs. Those signs are made with love. Those signs are made with time. Spread the word. Show up. No organization can do this for us. It has to be from all of us. It has to be grassroots. It has to be people who live in these neighborhoods and deal with us all the time. No justice, no peace. Thank you, Carol. Okay, next on the agenda here we have Poder. This Poder. I see two Poders next to each other. Okay, here we go. This is Gabby Hernandez. Some of you don't know her. Another brilliant woman that works so hard on the gang injunctions, not only in Santa Barbara, but in OVC and beyond.
No, she did not go do OVC. No, she did not. I did. I did OVC.
Thank you. We all did OVC.
Yeah.
Thank
no,
you.
I did OVC.
Thank you.
You did not do OVC.
That was my fault. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Yvonne.
Hello,
Okay, so here we are. I'm Gabi from Poder, Santa Barbara, but I also am part of Chicanos Unidos here in Orange County, and I want to take this time to introduce all the organizations that actually do work against the gang injunctions. And that is Chicanos Unidos, which we just spoke. We have Todo Poder del Pueblo from Oxnard. We have YJC from LA. We have Stay from Echo Park. And we all work in solidarity. We all exchange strategies. We all exchange information because we all have the same goal, which is to bring justice to our communities. 5,000 people in the last 10 years have been killed by police. 5,000 people. That number is more than the soldiers killed during the Iraq War. When you see gang injunction areas, gang injunction zones, a lot of the killings that occur there are justified, saying, oh, well, they were a gang member. Oh, they were gang related. Oh, that's a gang infested area. And so they use laws to justify and make it easy for cops to kill our people. So the fight is in all sections, in all areas, especially not allowing a gang injunction to come into our neighborhoods. So if you guys know of an injunction that they introduce into your neighborhood, speak up. Right now we're working on the one in Santa Ana, in the Townsend neighborhood. There's 7 kids, 7 minors on this gang injunction. Gang injunctions are for life. So that means that they will be under these terms and conditions for the rest of their life for something that they did or didn't do as a juvenile. Thank you. Thank you. Our next speaker couldn't be here today, but I do want to bring up one of my attorneys, Humberto Guizar. He's helped us in so many ways. He helped bring the bus today from Los Angeles. And even though he's not here, I just wanted to say a special thank you to him. Next on our agenda is Speaker Cop Watch Santa Ana.
Yeah.
Olin.
Yeah.
Gracias.
Hi, my name is Aline with Cop Watch Santa Ana. We're about direct action, indigenous strategies, guerrilla tactics for self-determination and self-defense. Yeah. And my comrade here is going to say a few words.
Están para protegernos.
Son necesarios. Yeah. We need fuel.
The loudspeaker's there on the ground.
Están para protegernos. Son necesarios para que nadie se pase de la raya. Vuelan por nuestra seguridad. Si Están para protegernos. Son necesarios para que nadie se pase de la raya. Vuelan por nuestra seguridad. Sin ellos, todo sería un caos. Estas son algunas de las frases que escucharíamos si preguntamos sobre la policía y su brutalidad a algunas personas en nuestra sociedad. No tienen la culpa, solo obedecen órdenes, solo hacen su trabajo, también tienen una familia y tienen que mantenerla de alguna forma. No todos son responsables de lo que hacen algunos. Todo esto intenta justificar la policía y sus actos represivos. Si nos damos cuenta, vemos que las anteriores respuestas no son más que la reproducción de la ideología dominante, la cual la clase obrera ha ido asimilando. Esa ideología que utilizan los cuerpos represivos del Estado para asegurar su propia existencia y funcionamiento, ayudado por los aparatos ideológicos de Estado como los medios masivos de información o la cultura que le dan una buena imagen de cara a la sociedad. Así, por ejemplo, vemos constantemente propaganda donde se nos presenta a la policía como el bien que lucha contra el mal. Podemos plantearnos una pregunta: ¿para qué sirve la policía? Justicia para Manuel y Joel. Si no hay justicia, no habrá paz. Justice for Manuel and Joel. If there is no justice, there will be no peace. That's why we say, from Anaheim to Palestine, fuck the police.
Wow, thank you for that powerful statement. Just a moment ago, I was gonna, after Gabby, I'm gonna bring up Elliot from Poder, Todo Poder al Pueblo. I'm mixed up already. Oxnard's in the house. Thank you, Elliot.
All right, I'm also going to be joined by Daniela here. First off, I want to give thanks to Genevieve and to the other families here who are representing the martyrs of Anaheim, of Santa Ana, of Orange County. We're here on behalf of the martyrs of Ventura County. Juan Zavala most recently, but also Alfonso Limon, Robert Ramirez, and Michael Mahoney, as well as Tommy Barrera and many others who've been killed in our streets, by these cowardly cops, these cops who kill with impunity. Just recently it was found that the killing of Alfonso Limon in broad daylight was justified. But murder can never be justified. Aggression against our community can never be justified. And what also can't be justified is us failing to resist. And we have to, when we resist, I just want to dovetail on what Carolyn was saying, is that when we resist, the importance is in being consistent as well. And so it's not about just marching every now and then up the street, demanding justice, but we actually have to fight for justice. We have to earn our justice by getting involved. And so if you're not organizing, then, those of us who do organize, we're asking you to pick up some slack and to help out. It doesn't matter if you're a comedian or if you're a cook or if you can write well or if you can speak well, rhyme well. It's important that you get involved and that you help us out organizing, because if anything, this trend of killer cops is only going to continue. The brothers and sisters just mentioned solidarity with Palestine. What's happening in Palestine? They're bombing an open-air ghetto, an open-air prison. And what they're turning our streets into through these gang injunctions and through this police terror are open-air prisons. They're trying to divide us. They're trying to divide us in terms of sets, in terms of regions. But we're united. United we're everything, and divided we're absolutely nothing. So it's important that we all go out there and that we fight today in solidarity with each other and solidarity with each other's neighborhoods, but also that we continue organizing and threading the beads and connecting our struggles. Whether it's immigration, whether it's police terror, whether it's cops in our schools, we have to unite these struggles, and we have to push forward as one and straight up reject collaborationism. That's the worst part of these collaborationist groups in our community, these nonprofits who think that it's all about peace with the cops. This isn't a question of a misunderstanding, this problem with the police. No, it's police terror. It's people materially benefiting from having the police boot on our neck. And so with that, I want to pass it along to Daniela.
I don't want to ramble on because we got a lot of speakers, so I just want to say thank you to everyone who's here. Take some serious action, and and not be like, oh, don't say killer cops, let's say it in a nicer way. They made a mistake. Maybe we should say officers with accidental triggering habits, or something like accidents that develop because we don't have enough sensitivity training. No, fuck that. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing to us. They know they're terrorists in our neighborhood. The way they walk through our blocks, they know they're terrorists. The way they fucking look around like this and tell you can't talk back, tell you have to have respect in your voice when you talk to them. No, that's our culture that we need to fight back against. I'm sorry, I don't accept that as an excuse to be treated like an animal, to be dehumanized on the daily, just because I'm skating, just because I'm here with my friends who have hoodies on. Like, come on. I just want to say Oxnard's out here, and thank you to everyone who's come through. You support us, we support you, we create our own community, and there's so much love right here, so much love, and it's based in basic respect for everyone. But fuck the police.
Thank you very much. Okay, so our next speaker, guest speaker, Jesus Aguirre. And he'll tell you his story. In Spanish or English? Or Spanglish? Okay, Spanish, go.
Buenos días a todos, buenas tardes a todos. Como integrante de la comunidad y como padre de familia, estamos demandando que la justicia pare de hacer injusticias. El caso de mi hijo, Jesús Arturo Aguirre Jr., es un caso claro de la justicia cometiendo injusticias. Es un caso claro que la ley es injusta. A mi hijo a los 16 años lo condenaron a prisión por algo que pasó y que ni siquiera él tuvo participación, mas sin embargo le dio una sentencia muy excesiva. Tuvimos la Corte de Apelaciones, el Tribunal de Apelaciones declaró que la sentencia que le habían dado a Jesús era injusta, inconstitucional, que se violó la ley por ser un castigo cruel e inusual para un menor de 16 años. El Tribunal de Apelaciones también determinó que Jesús no tuvo un juicio justo, que tuvo un abogado inefectivo. Cuando el tribunal dijo también que revirtieran la sentencia y ordenaron una nueva audiencia, y estamos en espera de la nueva sentencia. Estamos demandando que le den su libertad a mi hijo. Estamos demandando que lo dejen libre. Ya estuvo demasiado tiempo en la cárcel, 1555 días hasta el día de hoy, por algo que él no cometió. Que le den tiempo servido. Estamos demandando que se corrija ese error que se ha cometido con él. Y también estamos pidiendo un alto a la brutalidad policíaca. Fuera los policías corruptos, castigue para los que cometan delitos, que los castiguen como cualquier ciudadano, porque es injusto. El caso de mi hijo es un caso claro, él no mató, no violó, no hizo nada, le dieron una sentencia capital, y a los policías que han hecho crímenes injustificados no les han hecho nada, están libres. Estamos demandando que los castiguen, estamos demandando un alto a las gun injection, a los gun enforcement, que paren de criminalizar a nuestros jóvenes, que paren de criminalizar a nuestros hijos. Esas leyes son injustas. Están juzgando a los niños como adultos, nada más porque la policía dice que están participando. Les están dando sentencias exageradas, y nos tenemos que unir. Esto que está pasando con tantos jóvenes, con nuestros hijos, no es nada legal, sino es algo político. Quieren llenar las cárceles, les interesan sus bonos, sus créditos, sus avances. Tenemos que estar unidos para parar esto que está pasando, estas leyes injustas, y que se haga justicia. Gracias.
Thank you, Jesus.